Hey guys, Cactar here. I've got a deck of the month for October. It's my brother's Absolute Zero deck. This deck is a lot of fun and it's competitive. It has topped at our locals, so just like Dimensional Yados. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a quick deck profile on it. And I'm going to be showing the main deck, side deck, and extra deck. So yeah, let's get started. I'll explain combos after I show the deck and stuff. You run 1 Stratos, 2 Destiny Hero Malicious, 2 Destiny Hero Diamond Dude, 1 Dasher, 3 Deep Sea Diva, 2 Caius Shadow Monarch, 1 Dark Greffer, 1 Mystic Tomato, Spine Gilman, Plague Spreader, 1 Gale, 1 Sangan, a Gores, Treeborn, and Dad. On to the spells. Triple Miracle Fusion, MST Giant Trunade, Allure Darkness Destiny Draw, Monster Reborn Dark Hole, Future Fusion, Super Polymerization, Mind Control, and Rhoda. For the traps, 2 Deep Prison, 2 Bottomless, Mirror Force, Call the Haunted, Torrential Tribute, Karma Cut, and Divine's Wrath. So that's the main deck. I'm just going to go over it really quickly. It is Absolute Zero, so it's going to be running the Destiny Hero engine. Stratos, he searches out 5 targets. Yeah, 5 targets. 2 Malicious, 2 Diamond Dudes, Dasher. Malicious, he's Synchro Fodder, really pretty much all he is for Deep Sea Diva, Plague Spreader, and that. Diamond Dude, he's used for top decking spell cards. They have to be normal spell cards that can activate in the graveyard. So like, when you use Diamond Dude's effect, if you get like Miracle Fusion or Giant Trunade, it goes into your graveyard, and then you can activate it next turn, if you can. But if you can't activate it, then you can't activate it later on. So that's that. My brother's tech choice is Destiny Hero Dasher. You mainly want to pitch it with Future Fusion or Greffer, D-Draw, mainly because you can get off his secondary effect, which can special summon a monster when you draw into it. So like if you draw Caius, you can special summon it off Dasher's effect. And yeah. And he's another Miracle Fusion target. 3 Diva, your main tuner of the deck, can special summon a level 2 Sea Serpent type. So like Spine Gilman or herself for her own effect. 2 Caius, pretty standard. He's the best removal, I guess, one of the best removals in the format. So yeah. Dark Greffer, he's in there mainly for Malicious. If you have Greffer and Malicious in your hand, you can pitch Malicious to special summon Greffer. And then if you have a Diva, you would normal summon Diva, fetch a Diva, and that's pretty much instant 6 with the Diva and Greffer. And then an instant 8, Malicious's effect and Diva, so that's pretty cool. It works really well. Mystic Tomato, he's a Battle Searcher, so Gale, Sangan, Diamond Dude, and Malicious, mainly because you want Malicious out of your deck. You don't want to draw into it later, which sucks. If you draw 2 Malicious, which this deck does sometimes have problems. 1 Gilman, just for Diva target. Plague Spreader, very good 2-star tuner. Don't need to go too much detail about that. 1 Gale, you can synchro an Armor Master in this deck, and the cut factor is always nice. Sangan, Battle Searcher. Gores, OTK Stopper. Treeborn Frog, you pitch off with Future Fusion, and yeah, it comes back. It's tribute fodder for Caius and can ultra level, so you can go Mistworm and whatnot. And 1 Dark Armed. This deck can graveyard control pretty well, for the most part. So yeah, and you're running up darks, so it's a good choice. Except when you draw late game when your graveyard's filled with darks. So yeah. Miracle Fusion, you get off Absolute Zero with it, and yeah, pretty standard. MST Trunade, Staples. Well, my brother's not running 2 MSTs, mainly because he couldn't find the room for it. So yeah, that's why it's in there. Best removal. Destiny Draw, Allure Darkness, Draw Power. Destiny Draw dumps your 5 Destiny Heroes. Mainly you want to dump Dasher or Malicious if you can. Dark Hole Monster Reborn, Staples. Future Fusion, get your combos off pretty well. Dumping by dumping like Malicious or Treeborn, or Dasher and Treeborn, something like that. Super Poly, this is a tech card my brother put in. It works very well in this deck. So, you know, if your opponent has like a dragon, mainly Stardust or Black Rose or whatever, you can Super Poly off any warrior monster you have, these guys up here, or Absolute Zero, and go into Dragon Knight Draco Quest, which is just a big beater in a sense, and you get Absolute Zero's effect off because of Super Poly, because he's removed from the field. So that's really cool. Mind Control, it's a synchro deck, so you gotta run it. And Rhoda, search out. Main targets are Stratos and Grepher, but if you already have those, you can go for Diamond Dude. So yeah. Traps, 2D Prison, Staple, Bottomless Staple, Removal, Mirror Force. Call the Haunted just speeds through your synchros and stuff. It's really all it's used for. So yeah. Torrential, Staple. This is my tech card. I told my brother to run this card, Karma Cut. You pitch a card to remove a monster. It works well against Sabers if they have multiple copies of Full Helm Knight, because its secondary effect removes all other copies of Full Helm Knight from the grave and they're removed from play. So this card's very good, in my opinion. So yeah. And then one Divine's Wrath just to stop monster effects and whatnot. This was Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, but yeah, decided to try this card out. Works pretty well. I guess I'll go to the side deck. I don't know, you really rarely side out, so just to have it. 2 gold for Sabers, BD Crow, just because it's Crow. Consecrated, after you set up, you play this, or if you just stall if you're playing Blackwings. Mainly this card's just used for Blackwings. And 1 Cyber Dragon for the Machina matchup, or gadgets or whatever. Another Super Poly for mirror matches for other Absolute Zero decks. It works. So yeah. 2 Book of Moon, Cold Wave, Chivalry, Starlight Road for Blackwings if not a lot of people are playing Blackwings. 1 Dust Tornado, extra removal, and Skill Drain. After you set up, if you have an Absolute Zero, his effect isn't negated because it resolves outside the field. So yeah, that's why it's in there. Quickly go over the extra deck. 3 Absolute Zero, that's your main card. It's why it's called Absolute Zero. It's so good. It's really busted, especially because your opponent has to waste resources to get over it, and if he's ever removed from the field by anything, his effect triggers and destroys all your opponent's monsters, so it's very good. 1 Dragon Knight Draco Quest, mainly used with the Super Poly. Like I said, you can go start as Absolute Zero, and the best part, it can't be chained into anything, so your opponent can't Solemn Judgment it, which is a big plus. So yeah, so you essentially get a 3200 beater, and all your opponent's monsters die out. So yeah. Mistworm, this deck can go into it. Darkened Dragon, this is a very good card. But Scrap Dragon, I believe it's better just because it's more generic. This is very good. So definitely, if you have the room, run these 2. Stardust, Staple, Colossal Fighter. My brother brings him out a lot just because he can be very big with his deck. AOJ, and Android, Goyo, only running 1 Black Rose just because you couldn't find room to put it in. 1 Armor Master, the deck runs Gale, so why not? And 1 Brownic, because that's a staple. So that's the deck. Tell me what you guys think, and rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll try to get some duels with it. I think I only have 1 right now, but that was the last format. And yeah, leave your comments, subscribe. I said that already, but yeah. This is Cactar out. Peace out, and thanks for watching.